Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen and welcome to the Recipe Therapist. So tonight I have a couple of friends coming over for dinner and I decided to make them my cauliflower fried rice. And I'm going to add some sauteed shrimp to really elevate the flavor. I think they're going to really like it. This recipe also happens to be keto friendly and very low carb. So let me show you how I do it. So let's go over the ingredients of this cauliflower fried rice. I'm going to start out with the shrimp part of the recipe. I have 1 pound of clean and peeled shrimp that I've cut into 1/4-inch pieces like this. And I've also taken this shrimp and I put it on a dish towel and strained all the extra juice out so it doesn't interfere with the cauliflower part of this recipe. We're going to be using some salted butter, some fresh minced garlic, and some olive oil. Now for the cauliflower part of this recipe, we're going to be using 2 eggs. Typically in this recipe, people use frozen peas, but I like to substitute the peas for diced red pepper, but feel free to use the peas if you like. I have some chopped carrots here, chopped very small, some chopped scallions, some coconut oil and salted butter. We have some sesame oil, some chopped cilantro, and some salt and pepper to taste. Now, I have some extra special spices here that I just want to go over. I'm going to be using some chili lime seasoning. You can find this online. I got mine from Trader Joe's, but if you can't find it, all you have to do is use some fresh lime and some chili powder, but I'll put that in the recipe in the description box. And also, as a soy sauce substitute, I'm going to be using organic coconut aminos. It's a gluten-free product, and it's slightly sweeter and not as salty as soy sauce. And like I said, it's a good substitute, but feel free to use soy sauce if you can't find this. And last but not least, we're going to be using 1 medium head of cauliflower. Let's start out with our cauliflower. So what I've done is I've taken it and I've washed it, cleaned it, patted it dry, and I've broken it up, or cut it up I should say, into pieces like this. So what we have to do is rice this cauliflower. So I'm going to use my food processor for that. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to take all of my cauliflower and I'm going to place it evenly in my processor like this. And very important tip, you cannot over process the cauliflower because then it'll turn into a puree and then it defeats the whole purpose of cauliflower fried rice. So I'm going to show you, we're going to start it out on a pulse like this. Okay. Maybe some pulses can be longer. And I'm just going to continue to do that until it's, like I said, a rice consistency. And I'm going to show you what that looks like when I'm done. So this is what the cauliflower should look like after you're done processing it. It's nice and riced. It looks great. So now we're going to take it over to the stovetop and we're going to get started sauteing up our shrimp. So let's get going with our sauteing up the shrimp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my butter first. And I have my pan on medium-high heat. I'm just going to turn it up a little bit to get it hotter I should say. And I'm going to add my olive oil to this as well. Okay, so I'm going to wait for this to melt and then I'm going to add my fresh garlic to this. And we're going to saute this garlic up for a little less than a minute because I don't want it to brown. I just want it to, you know, get fragrant in the garlic butter, and then I'm going to add my shrimp after that. Okay, so I'm ready to add my shrimp now. You can see that my garlic is bubbling and the butter and the oil very nicely. So I'm adding my shrimp, and it's important that I don't cook this shrimp till it's overdone because I'm going to add it once it's ready to the cauliflower mixture. So I'm just going to cook it for like a minute or so, and I'm going to put it right into this bowl, and we're going to add it to our cauliflower rice. So the shrimp is done. I've shut my flame off, and right now I'm just going to add a pinch of salt to taste. Okay, and some pepper, just a little bit, a pinch. All right, I'm going to mix this up, get those flavors combined like that, and I'm going to put it right into this bowl. And in the same pan, we're going to get ready with all the flavor of that shrimp and garlic. We're going to get ready to saute up our cauliflower rice. Now we're ready for our cauliflower fried rice. So I'm going to take in the same pan like I said before, we're going to put in our butter and our coconut oil, and I want this to get, nice and melted. And we're going to add a little bit at a time, or I should say one at a time. I'm going to start with my carrots because they're hard. Saute them up. I can smell the coconut oil. It's so good. And what's great is that, we didn't wash this pan. It has all the flavors of the shrimp and garlic when we saute that up. So it's really important to do it in this step because it's going to give us extra flavor. All right, so this is looking good. Now I'm going to add my peppers and my scallions. Okay, just like that. That looks good, great, nice and colorful. And I'm going to saute this up for about another minute and 30 seconds. And then I'm going to add the rest of our cauliflower and shrimp and our spices. Okay, so I've been cooking it for about a minute and 30 seconds. It's looking really beautiful. The vegetables are, they're not soft and they're not hard. They're like somewhere in between, which is what you want. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add our cauliflower rice. I'm going to add this whole thing in here. And then I'm going to saute this up for a couple of minutes or so for this to get nice and mixed in with those vegetables, and just to a point where the cauliflower starts to soften up a bit. So the cauliflower's been cooking for about 3 minutes, and I've been over the stove like this, just going back and forth with my spoon, because it's almost like we're steaming it up, okay? And I had to lower my flame to like in between medium high and medium. All right, so at this point I'm ready to add my shrimp with all that juice that it made. It didn't make as much juice because I strained it in the beginning, which is what we wanted. But we want just that amount of juice right there, just for flavor to incorporate into this cauliflower rice. So you can see that it's blending together nice, and I can smell the flavors of everything going on in here. It really smells delicious. So everything here is cooked perfectly. And now I'm going to add my coconut aminos, which is going to give us that, almost like that soy sauce flavor, but with a little hint of sweetness. I'm going to mix that up. And I'm going to add my sesame oil, very important. This is a great flavor that's going to give us that, Asian flavoring as well. All right, so I'm going to mix that up good because I really want to get that sesame oil combined evenly amongst this mixture here. So you can see, isn't that looking great? Love it. And I'm going to add my chopped cilantro. I'm going to add like most of it, and I'm going to save some for garnish at the top when I'm done. And then I'm going to come back and saute this up for about another 30 to 40 seconds, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to add our eggs last. All right, so now I'm going to add my chili powder, and then I'm going to add my eggs. So I'm just going to try to add it evenly over the top, and I'm going to mix it up quick. All right, and what I've done is I've taken my 2 eggs and I put them in a bowl here, and I've beaten them to get them ready to go right into this mixture. So our chili powder is nice and well combined, so I'm going to add my eggs. And this is going to really bring the rice together, and it's going to add great flavor. But again, you have to keep going back and forth over your medium heat or medium high heat and mix this up real well as it cooks. All right, friends, so here it is. Here's our cauliflower fried rice with sauteed shrimp in it. It's all done and complete. It looks beautiful. And like I said, I'm going to be serving this up for my friends, but I am going to take a little taste for you because I just can't wait. So I'm going to take it, and you could see that shrimp in there with I garnished the top with some scallions and the rest of my cilantro, and I'm just going to take a taste. I am so excited to serve this tonight. Oh my gosh, this is so good. This is a great recipe. You can find it in the description box. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and YouTube will notify you each week of a new recipe that I share. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.